watching the Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time.
Welcome to the Sports Spin, your weekly dose of sports action presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. I'm Brett Brook. I watch the games, I call the games, and now I'll spin the games. Let's get into the Week Rewind. Welcome to the Week Rewind. Let's get started with some basketball scores from around the Basin. Uintah versus South Summit Tuesday with a loss 51-57. Then Union at Mazer Prep Wednesday with a win 63-38. Then Duchesne versus Wayne on Friday with a loss 53-55. So close game there with Duchesne. And then they had a doubleheader versus Parowan Saturday with a win 56-53. So close games there. And then we go over to Altamont at Rockwell Friday. They had a loss 51-54. And then they jumped to Pinnacle Wednesday with a win 64-41. So put the boots over there on Pinnacle. Tabiona versus Pewitt Friday with a win 51-54. Then they jumped to Wayne on Saturday with a win. I was able to catch up with Coach Stensgaard at Uintah's Media Night. Let's take a quick look at it. So hi, my name is Brett Brook. I'm live here at Uintah High School tonight. We're doing the Media Night. We've got the world-renowned Coach Stensgaard here with us. And I'm telling you, if we're in his kind of shape when we get to be his age, we're doing things right.
What shape is that circle?
So Coach Stensgaard, he's got some great guys right here. I'm going to let Coach Stensgaard introduce him. If we can get a close-up on his boots real fast, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we need to succeed at this level. Coach Stensgaard, introduce your boys here for us.
All right, well, first of all, I'm going to introduce Coach Ketty. Coach Ketty and I, we're co-coaches. We're here. We do everything together. We work together. We have an unbelievable relationship, and we just, like I said, he knows I do more of the day-to-day stuff with the money making and things like that. Coach does a lot more of the practice stuff, and so I'd like both of us to talk about each guy. So I'm going to take one, and he'll take the next. I'll talk about Cub Dietz first. Cub Dietz last year was the third in the state, ranked number one right now this year at 126 pounds. We're looking for a lot of great things. Obviously, we expect him to win a state championship as an individual and as a team on this as well. So we're looking for the state championships. Anything less than that, we underachieve. So simple as that. We want everyone to think we're the best because we believe we're the best. So
I love it. Coach Ketty, you know, I just heard some great things about you. You know, I know you love being a part of this. Tell us a little about yourself. How did you get involved here with this team?
Well, this Uintah High School is my, alma mater. I grew up here. I wrestled for Uintah. Went on to wrestle after that, but I've always kind of had that Ute pride, ready to come back here to this school. So after my career was over wrestling-wise, I knew that I wanted to get into coaching, be back home and wrestle in this community and coach for these kids has kind of been what I've wanted to do for a long time. So.
I love it, Coach Ketty. So who do we got? We got the guy with the hair. So he's probably spending at least $50 a week on hair product. So give us a little insight on him.
Yeah, so Gavin loves his hair. I think his mom loves his hair. They spend a lot of time talking about it, discussing it. But the good thing is, whether he's a pretty boy or he's got nice hair, the kid can wrestle, and that's all I care about. So returning state champ for us, our only returning state champ this year. He's a junior. He has actually won the Triple Crown last year in our state, which means he won the freestyle state title, Greco state title, and the high school state folk style title. So ranked number one at 120, and that's in our classification. But, really a kid that's ranked high in all classifications that should be expecting to do good things, not only on our state level, but nationally. So
I love it, Coach Ketty. And all the boys good looking. Is that a qualification you have to wrestle for you too?
I didn't think they're that good looking, I tell you, but I got.
So, Coach, tell us a little bit more about our next young gentleman here.
Okay, we got Bridger Bennett. Bridger's a tough guy. I like Bridger. He wrestles through injuries a lot of time. He has had his share of injuries, but he finds a way to keep on the mat, and to me, that's one of the biggest attributes in the world is be able to battle when you're hurt, and he does that. Bridger took third last year in the state tournament and ranked, what is he, ranked second right now? Third. It's ranked third in the state in his weight class at 145 right now. And again, they're just rankings. We don't care. We think he's the best 45 pounder, and we're going to prove that by the end of this year.
Absolutely impressed with the program you guys run here. I mean, top notch. I'm not a big wrestler guy, but I can't help but hear all of the talk around town about this program. And we churn out some top guys. Tell me a little bit, before we get into our last guy, tell me about, are you guys turning these guys on to the next level? I've heard some stories.
That's when I moved here 25, 26 years ago, that was the biggest thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that kids had a chance, and I've had a lot of them. Here's being one of them, a 3-time All-American at the University of Iowa, 3 national championship teams he was part of, 4-year starter at the University of Iowa. Ryan Lewis, the same thing, 2-time national finalist, 3-time NCAA All-American. So we've had a lot of people who've done really well on the next level. We have 2 guys up at Rock Springs right now, both made the varsity team up there as freshmen. I think we have Aaron Dick at Mesa's trying to make the team out there. So we have a lot of kids. We do push people forward because that's the mentality of our program. We are here to not just win at this level, but win nationally and hopefully get our kids on to the next level so they have opportunity.
I love the passion in both of you guys, Coach. So our last guy, he's got a little bit of the hair going on. You can see he's working for it. All right, we really like it. Who's this young man?
Is this his shirt?
Oh, yeah. So Tanner Moon, he's a senior for us, 2-time state placer last year, 3rd, right? Yeah, last year he was 3rd. So basically ranked number 1 in the state this year. And what's impressive about Tanner this year is a lot of times you see a kid where they come out and rankings come out and they're expected to win. But
your daughter's getting wild on us. I like that. She's already got the fire, the wrestler in her.
But yeah, so rankings came out, predicted to rank number 1, and a lot of times people will rest on that. And I've seen a big dedication and hard work and change in Tanner where he's highly motivated to not just go out there and win, but to dominate. So seeing a lot of good things out of him and out of most of our guys on this team. So high expectations for us for real, and no predictions other than I really like the guys we got. So,
hey, great talking with you guys. Looking forward to watching some of your guys' wrestle matches this year. Thank you for the time you spent with us. Very nice meeting you guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys here this year. That's your Uintah wrestling team. Thanks, guys. I had a great night at the Uintah Media Night. We also have an update from Union Wrestling from Coach Hunsaker. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, Coach Hunsaker here with an update on Union Cougar Wrestling. We started off the year well with a dual win against Emory the day before Thanksgiving. After the break, we came back and lost a battle with Uintah. The Utes have a great program this year, and even though the score of the duel was a bit lopsided, I was very pleased with how we wrestled as a team overall. We then made our way to the Layton Invitational Tournament where we wrestled well, but were only able to place 1 wrestler with Jake Frost coming in 4th. Just last week, we fought hard in a duel that we lost just barely to Carbon. The weekend gave us a chance to wrestle a lot of Southern Utah opponents, and we walked away with victories over Hurricane, Kanab, Pineview, Dixie, and an all-star team made up of talented wrestlers from all the schools who competed at the tournament this weekend. One of the highlights of the tournament was Jake Frost, who went undefeated in all 10 duels that we had. We were happy to walk away with some wins in the duel tournament because we have a lot of wrestlers who are new to the sport, wrestling in varsity weights, and we also have a couple of weights where we don't have any wrestlers to compete. We will welcome in our next match the Altamont Longhorns on Tuesday, December 12th. The varsity will start at 7 p.m. And then the next day after that, we'll travel to North Summit for a duel with the Braves. This weekend, we will go to Manti for a tournament looking to pick up a few more wins as a team as we get a boost to our lineup from senior Brock Labram, who's going to be competing for the first time this weekend. We're also going to be looking to have a couple of our better wrestlers fall down into the weights where they're supposed to be. All in all, we've had a lot of success already this year, and we're looking forward to continued success in the future as we get deeper into the season. I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all those who have supported our program both financially and in other ways. There is no place like the Basin for the support that we receive from all of you. Thank you, and we hope to see you in the stands.
Coach Hunsaker, thanks for all that you do. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm Amanda Hartman. I'm the new Director of Nursing here at the Villa. Here at the Villa, it's far more than a nurse-patient relationship. You truly are like a family. We have a community here, we have neighborhoods within our community, and we create lasting relationships that mirror that of our own families.
We're kind of just one big family because we're their sole providers, and we spend a lot of time with each and every resident. Even our rehab patients are here for months at a time, so we really create a family-like environment with them also.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know, people who care.
Welcome back to the Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Now it's time for the L&L Monster replays. So our winner is Welcome to Duchesne with 67% of the overall vote. Lamborn, bam, puts the hammer right down on a Monticello receiver. Boom! Just knocks the ball, knocks him almost unconscious and brings home the win. So good job, Duchesne and Lamborn there. Now we're going to jump right in to, we've got some wrestling highlights. And our first one is called the Showdown. It's Tomlinson versus Skews in last season's wrestling match. So we had a great showdown with them. Good match overall. So get your votes out for Tomlinson versus Skews. Now we've got one that's a great one here. It's called Shope. So Shope has his arm pulled out of socket and keeps wrestling here for Uintah. Right there on the replay, you can see it, bam, pop out of the socket. He yells, and then he gets back into the game. Look at the face of just determination here. Ends up coming back to fight. So guys, go and vote on these great plays. Thanks for watching the Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing every time, every person. We'll see you next week. Thank you.